to our casters, James Bott and Leafex. It's all yours.
Ooh, buddy, we have two teams that no one probably could have called them being in this part of the bracket, facing elimination. We got Dem Girlz, Crown and Jewels. What is happening with the EU bracket?
Well, I think it's something that we touched on earlier was the fact that the EU bench is so deep. They have a lot of talent. So although some of these the 12th ranked team, there's not much distance between them and some of the top teams like you see in North America where the 12th ranked team, they don't have a shot at beating some of us. So there's a lot of talent in EU. So it is definitely surprising, but not as surprising as we may have thought originally. But really, Crown and Jewels, Dem Girlz, this is crazy. Crown and Jewels, the 5th ranked team in Europe, going up against the #1 ranked team. This is not a matchup that we expected to see in the losers bracket.
Yeah, this early on. It's insane. We saw Crown and Jewels lose to RG, and then we saw Dem Girlz lose to Flying Dutchman. Now they're here to face it off. They're getting into the lobby. What do you think Dem Girlz needs? I mean, before they're losing shots.
Just like Gibbs said, mistakes, you have to keep those to a minimum. This is a best of 3. There is no room for it, and whoever wins this is going to be the ones that were able to play a tight game, doing quick rotations, and not making mistakes. So we'll go and see if they can make this happen. This is an advancement match in the losers bracket final. 2 top 5 teams fighting for 1 spot. One of these teams is not going forward to the group stages. So this is a very, very important match.
I don't even want to be in the Twitch chat right now. Killer number 7 off the bat, taking this for his team. That shot already coming wide of the net. This is an open net.
Oh my.
Already, Maestro with the shot.
Yeah, Maestro, just 8 seconds in here. You see him getting full boost. Remco getting that clutch touch. Killer missed his hit there, and that ball just bounced out right into the mid for Maestro to finish off. So a great start for the #1 team, Dem Girlz. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Going number 7 once again, winning that kickoff. Panda there, Yeezy with a nice patience to keep a touch on that, getting thrown to the side by Maestro. We'll see if they can make any plays. Start off here, Maestro, ball control. He's going to dribble that up the side. His teammates are there to follow it up. The stuff,
what a stuff,
and that's it.
Dunk coming out from Remco. Look at this play. Remco just reads this ball, and he goes up for the dunk. Violent gets a touch, but Remco, like Shaquille O'Neal, just getting the job done. 30 seconds in, 2-0 lead for Dem Girlz. They have to be feeling good.
Remco and killer number 7 on that kickoff, a pinch to the sides, gonna set up blue in the attack. Crown and Jewels, sorry, the other way, orange in the attack. Crown and Jewels looking to defend this. Easy, nice touch, gonna allow them to start moving forward as Dem Girlz makes a defensive rotation. We're gonna see Remco with a stuff. The demo back to Maestro, out to the center. High flying ball. Killer number 7 is gonna be one to connect on the ground as no one went up for that. We're gonna see if anyone can make an offensive attack here. Pass from Greasy to Maestro. They're gonna see if they can get out of their zone, but the attack from Crown and Jewels is gonna keep the pressure in. The defensive rotation coming in a little weird right now from Dem Girlz.
Yeah, you can see there they did make a very good wall hit though to get that ball into the corner to prevent that backboard bounce out into the mid. So good defense so far from Dem Girlz.
Shot coming from Yeezy. Easy stop from Maestro. Out to Remco.
Remco
Remco
into the mid.
And this is an open net!
Game. But Yeezy there to finish that off. That was a brilliant play to psych out the defense there. But Yeezy bailing out Crown and Jewels right there.
Trying to follow it up. He can't. This ball's in front of the net. Remco with a nice shot, and he touches it.
Angles! Break out your protractor so we can figure out how he was able to get this on net. Remco just going straight up, and oh man, just touches it straight down. That was so important that he hit that down because Yeezy had the high shot covered. Remco had to put it straight down, and he did it. 3-0 for Dem Girlz, looking fantastic.
I'm glad you pointed it out. That is exactly why it in. Maestro trying for another. Can he get the double touch? Teammate Greasy for
Good
a
second
third.
touch.
Off the bounce. Oh, Remco couldn't follow it up.
Yeah, Dem Girlz is fighting ferociously. It's like when you've got a lion backed up against the wall. They are fighting back with elimination on the line. One of these teams going to be going home, not able to compete in the group stage.
3-0, 3 minutes left. Dem Girlz taking the lead on the scoreboard. Crown and Jewels trying to get one of their own. Push to the side, Maestro to pick it up, but Panda's gonna beat him to that. And it thrown right back to midfield. Killer number 7 takes it away from Maestro, but Maestro steals it right back. He can't get the second touch on the wall. Greasy there to support him. Now, Crown and Jewels on the attack. They're set in a very good spot to make something off of this pass here. Can they get it? Panda up, misses it, back to their zone, but an easy chip from Yeezy sends it right back down into Orange's zone.
Yeah, you see that again. Remember the backboard plays. You saw Remco there did not let it bounce right off the backboard. He got in front of it and didn't allow it to come back out into the mid. So keep your eye on that. Teams, top-level teams that are very good at defense like Dem Girlz will prevent those backboard plays.
Remco with the touch, followed by Greasy off the crossbar. There we go. 4-0.
Yes, the Dem Girlz, just they continue on their streak of destruction. Remco was trying to go for that, but Greasy's like, no, man. I got it, and just sneaks it by the defense of Crown and Jewels. And now we've got 4-0 with just 2 minutes left. This has so far been all Dem Girlz.
Threaded that one like a needle, precise, puts them up 4-0. 2 minutes left. They can still come back from this, but it's going to be a very hard battle. What do you think they need to do to pull back 4 goals in 2 minutes?
Honestly, I don't think it's possible, and I would eat 2 loaves of bread on stream if they made that happen. Right now, this game is all Dem Girlz, and you can see right now Crown and Jewels just struggling to keep the ball out of the net.
Greasy Meister with a pass out to Remco, though. Remco can't finish that one up. Yeezy trying to get that to the side. He does, but challenged by Maestro, puts it right back in the air, stuck in Crown and Jewels zone for the longest time. 1 minute 30. They are not able to get any offensive breakouts here. Killer number 7, good touch on that. Challenged by Remco. Maestro going to stop that from going
an
front of the
awkward
net.
ball, and that's going to be Maestro with the save. Are you kidding me?
That was super close, just barely able to get the side of that Octane on there. Greasy grabbing some boost, but leaving that for Violent Panda as it gets thrown up to Yeezy. Yeezy with a shot on net, and Maestro barely able to touch it. That was very bad defense, as you just said.
Yeah, you can see Remco yet again denying that backward hit. That was a very dangerous play. Crown and Jewels almost snuck that one in, but right now Dem Girlz is on fire and not letting anything into the net.
Crown and Jewels trying to get something going on. Feel this out. That's attack on the net, but stopped easy with an aerial. Tap out to Crown and Jewels zone. Yeezy with the touch to throw it back into the orange zone. Greasy going to challenge that, gets the read, and pops it right back in the zone. 30 seconds left in the match. 4-0, Killer number 7, the pass. Violent Panda goes a little too far. Killer number 7 can't follow that up. Remco beats it to him, beats him to it on the wall. Maestro to follow it. Violent Panda, nice touch with the nose of that Octane. Throws it to mid. He's going to try to follow it up. Support from Killer number 7. Can they get the shot on net here? No, it goes right past. 0 goals for Crown and Jewels at the moment. They want to get at least one. 5 seconds left. Ball possession for Remco, and that ball looks to be about dead at this point, unless they can get one.
Yeah, there it is. Dem Girlz really coming out, not letting any luck come into play here. They were ferocious out of the gate with some phenomenal team play and really stellar defense. They did not make many mistakes. There were a few, but Crown and Jewels was not able to capitalize on them. But Dem Girlz looking very solid, and Crown and Jewels is going to have to make something happen because right now, all Dem Girlz show.
Well, it looks like they fixed up their mistakes before. Dem Girlz missing a lot of shots earlier in the tournament, but they're putting them on with a 4-0. That's 4 goals. That's a lot of shots in. We're going to see what they can do into the second match. What does Crown and Jewels have to do to not make this such a dominating game?
Well, Crown and Jewels, they just need to just start playing with a little bit more confidence and stop making those defensive mistakes. You saw how good Dem Girlz was on defense. Remco on the wall preventing those backboard hits. Just Dem Girlz getting to the ball. Maestro with that epic save. There was just such a good defense coming out from Dem Girlz. Crown and Jewels, they just need to get that early goal, and maybe they can make something happen and start this comeback.
Maestro and Killer number 7 on the kickoff to start things up already in Crown and Jewels zone. This is not a good spot for them to be so early on, especially when momentum carries very big weight in this game of Rocket League. Greasy, good pass out, but no one there to follow it up. He's going to go back to midfield. Maestro, these wide rotations, playing them super good. The shot, long shot on net. Greasy off the wall. Good job with that. Mechanical skills showing here. We're going to get a touch from Remco. Out to Maestro. Good pass, but no one followed up as that third attacker. Greasy recognizing the long shot, makes his way back to his own zone. Maestro on the wall, throwing this out to his teammate. Can they get a good pass? Opportunity, Remco. Good recognition. This airplay is incredible coming out of Dem Girlz right now.
Yeah, as you can see, just still stellar defense, preventing those bad bounces, and good wall play there from Greasy's going to set up this shot for Maestro. That's going to be just off target. but good pressure coming out still. Neither one of these teams
Remco
over
to
the
the
strike, but
center,
that could be a
Greasy.
great save by Killer.
Almost in, another touch from Remco, almost coming. That ball bouncing. Crown and Jewels trying to regain themselves after those attacks, almost when they are lucky that Remco didn't get that second touch on it. Maestro, though, with a shot.
Oh, Maestro with the 1v3. Are you kidding me? He just goes in to the corner himself. He sizes up the team. He's like, you know what? I got this, guys. No
That
boost,
mind
no
game.
problem. I'm just going to put it in myself and takes the early lead. Dem Girlz continues their momentum.
Yeah, that mind game, though, definitely called it. These guys, Dem Girlz are some of the top for that. Watching them play is unreal when you see their mind games. Those 1v1s, they know how to play those for sure. The demo
Oh, what
coming
a
out.
demo!
And
And
this
still not able to score. The defense from Dem Girlz seems to be impenetrable,
And
as Crown and Jewels can still not get on the board.
retaliation now. Yeezy up on the wall, not able to follow that through. Loses some of his soft landing there. That ball's going back out center. Maestro trying to connect with it. Panda, the challenge from Remco. That's back out front in their slot. That shot, Maestro
my.
sneaking it. Oh,
Yeah,
killer
that
number
save
7
from
barely
Killer
able to get
was
there.
critical. You see still just continued pressure, though, coming out from Dem Girlz.
We only see one shot coming out from them right now. Absolutely insane onslaught. Greasy trying to set up another one. Maestro not able to get up in time, but Remco's there to touch it. And it's awesome to see how they're not afraid to go up, but that's an open
That's a wide open net, yep. And the response, that's going to tie it up. I'm not sure what led to the, fortunately we have the replay, just Violent Panda up quickly. It just must have been a missed rotation there, maybe too much confidence. They have been assaulting the net, they being Dem Girlz, assaulting the net so heavily, and they just didn't remember to rotate back, and now we've got a tie game with a lot of time left on the clock.
I think it was a bit of that last defender in the
Oh,
shot.
what a shot and
Ooh.
save from Greasy.
Incredible, yeah, a bit of that last defender overcommitting. I think we saw a shot, another shot, Greasy. 2-1, he didn't want to leave that goal unanswered. They're like, no, we're back in the lead, 2-1.
Yeah, good touch there for Maestro. And killer number 7, he just followed that ball around. He didn't change the trajectory. It allowed Greasy to get an easy read on it, and he put that away into the corner, getting the lead for Dem Girlz. And right now, still, I would have to put my money on Dem Girlz. They are still looking so good.
Too easy for Greasy, and now we have Crown and Jewels on the attack. Greasy, once again, taking control of that
man.
ball. They are playing confidently right now as Crown and Jewels tries to get this out of their slot. Here it comes to midfield. The plays, a little bit of a mispass there. Killer number 7 not able to follow it up. Yeezy recognizing the teammates malfunctioning up there. That ball is going to be out front with another shot opportunity.
Yeah, no, that was a wide open shot attempt. You see there, that net was wide open, and Violent Panda wasn't able to put that on net, so that was an opportunity miss there for Crown and Jewels. But another opportunity shut down by Greasy Meister, so this one's still very close.
Greasy with a good touch on the front there, but that's another shot on net. Remco on a good rotation, puts it back to the corner. Yeezy with another pass out front, touch from Maestro. Is going to set that up for Killer. Killer doesn't win the contest. Still in the zone, though. Crown and Jewels now putting on some pressure. Only one goal behind, just under 2 minutes left in this match. Greasy with a wall shot. Can he follow it up? He can.
Oh,
good
pass.
touch, beating Killer number 7.
Yep, and then you saw Maestro getting that second touch in a block by Greasy, and still just continued plays, but Maestro missed out on that one. And now, Violent Panda, I guess it's just a series of whiffs.
Violent Panda almost got another one that put him on the scoreboard before with that, with an open net, but couldn't connect with it. See if Remco can get anything set up for his teammates. It's going to sit around midfield. Everyone trying to recuperate. Greasy with the ball pressure. He can't get off the wall. Got a little bit of a bump from killer number 7 there. Yeezy now with the chip, but contested by Greasy out front. Maestro couldn't connect. That was a long aerial.
Yes, just a minute left. Dem Girlz on the brink of moving on, securing their spot in the group finals. The loser of this game goes home. 2 top 5 teams meeting, and oh my, a 1v1 from Remco almost makes it happen.
Going home. I think they're already home, but yes, get out of here. This is the wire. You have to get a goal right now. Crown and Jewels trying to put offensive pressure on 30 seconds. Do some silly things. There's nothing worse than losing. If you get a goal on you, whatever. Get some silly stuff going on. Throw the team off. Remco, though, back on that back rotation. Can Crown and Jewels do this? Getting beaten out by Dem Girlz on every aerial contest. That shot just top of the net. Gonna get a follow-up.
Oh, here we go.
Another shot here. Crown and Jewels now an offensive break. 14 seconds left. Can they get a play set up? Maestro contesting that one. They are shutting down every play.
Oh, that's
on net. But Remco also
Oh
on
my,
net.
is it
Can
gonna
they
go
do
in?
it?
No,
Killer
the
number
save!
7.
Oh, Maestro with the save. Unbelievable. The ball is still not up. As soon as it hits, that's going to be it. And Crown and Jewels will be eliminated. That could be a shot on
still
net.
on net. Why
Oh
no?
my.
Crown and Jewels are going home. Dem Girlz knocking them out in the losers. What was that?
What a finish. That was, I believe it was Maestro. It all happened so fast. But the whole tournament, your entire day spent competing today, coming down to the final seconds in the match. And Dem Girlz, their defense so solid and really coming up clutch with that save in the end. And they knock out Crown and Jewels from the tournament and secure their spot in the group stages in an exciting finish.
What a way to end it. I need to go run some laps. The hype levels are way too much in me right now. I'm going to pass this off to the analyst desk and see what they have to say. Golden Boy, what?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna just take this for a quick second here. I have casted many games in my career. I've hosted many. I've hosted maybe 100 or so events. I've done maybe double, like, more than a dozen games. Maybe I've never seen anything like that at the last second, man. Like
That's Rocket League.
That is why Rocket League is incredible. Like, really, I'm here, and here's the thing, right? Like, I'm not like you guys. I come from the outside, Like, I'm a Rocket League fan. I downloaded it on PS4 when it first came out. I was, thinking I was a great player until I saw Kronovi stream for the first time. But then, like, you appreciate the skill in this game, but to really just see it right there and displayed for us was absurd, man. That was so cool. But it is a heartbreaker for Crown and Jewels. 2 opportunities at the last second to get those goals in there. And the first one, I mean, honestly, like, they could touch it, they could smell it, they could feel it, like, and it just slipped out of their fingertips. Gibbs, you have been a top player for a very long time. You've, I'm sure, dealt with a lot of heartbreak, but not heartbreak quite like that. I guess I want to get your thoughts and maybe some insight into how Crown and Jewels is feeling right now.
To be fair, I never lost. No,
Okay, well,
but Crown and Jewels, like, this is rough. Like, I don't know how this feels because this is the biggest loss in their history for all these players. They really have to come out in Qualifier 2. Like, if they keep the same roster, because now we might think, hey, how can we change the roster to make sure we make that top 8? And we have to do really, really well because they're like a number 5 team right now. But now they have to win Qualifier 2 to have a chance, like, at this LAN. But they put up a show in Game 2 at least, those last few seconds. If only they could have done a little bit more before that. But
well, let's get into Game 1 first. And Carpet, I want you to take it away here because Remco, man, the superstar. This guy had some incredible plays. James Bott went nuts when he had that just down-directional dunk. He even called him Shaquille O'Neal. I'm sure Shaq would be very proud. So, yeah, Carpet, what were your takeaways here from Game 1?
Dem Girlz does such a good job of reading the ball, and every time I watch them, they read the ball and not just for themselves, but from their players. I mean, right here, we're watching Remco read that so well. It seemed like he even knew that the opposing player was going to beat him to it, and he fell back just a little bit further so that he could make sure he got the dunk. And they can read these pinches. This was actually just a horrible defensive whiff.
Oh, he almost got the second touch too, but Greasy had to come in and help him. But I'm just waiting for Rem to change the last 3 letters of his name to Rem God. That's what everyone wants, and he performed really well.
I even saw people in the chat saying Baistro, like people. Another player that just had a phenomenal start. I mean, Game 1, I think I looked at you guys and was like, oh yeah, they have this one pretty much in the bag. But then Game 2 came about, and the reason why I was even standing by that even more so, the Game 2 highlights, and I hope that we got this play, was Maestro's 1v3 at the left corner. That was absurd, Gibbs. He juked everyone. I was so sick.
Yeah, Crown and Jewels just kind of messed up
right
here.
I believe.
With Yeezy, he kind of just went around the world on the wall. I'm not sure what he was doing, but Crown and Jewels, 2 goals were scored against them, and they were both just really bad defensive plays. Like here again, we have Yeezy going up, just whiffs on it, and just the ball lands on him. But there they actually do save it, which I thought that was the goal. But Crown and Jewels was a little bit rough on the defensive side during this last game.
They didn't have the rotation they could have. I mean, they had this victory.
Like that play right there by killer number 7. He's got to touch that ball and bring it around his net, and he just whiffed on it.
They were letting Weedham Girls play their game a lot when it was in their half.
Look at this, the
Last
final
few
seconds.
seconds.
I got to watch this in silence.
That I thought was going in right there.
What a save. The save was ridiculous.
Like
Such a hard
greasy.
read to do, knowing, because you always risk of punching that in yourself.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he took his, it's so hard to be patient in moments like that when the clock is going down and the ball is on target, it's going in, and he took just enough time to make sure he got the right touch.
For killer number 7, though, if you look at that play, he was like a second sooner, and he would have gotten it.
He's going to have some
right?
nightmares.
Yeah, he definitely is going to have some nightmares. Really, it's just like a situation that, regardless, they shouldn't have put themselves in to begin with. They were able to get that goal in there, their first goal, but then just allowing Weedham Girls to answer right back. They didn't even get to establish a lead for too long there. So I'm sure that Crown and Jewels, back to the drawing board, you had mentioned roster changes, and I know that this is quite prevalent in the Rocket League community. I come from FPS, and it happens pretty much every event. So I'm assuming it's the same thing here. If you are a betting man, are you betting that Crown and Jewels shows up at qualifier number 2 with a completely different roster?
So I think the team itself, I think they're pretty loyal to each other. I haven't talked to them a bunch, so I'm not positive, and everyone wants to win. That's the big thing. Like, friend teams are no more. Now everyone wants the money, and everyone wants to perform, so.
It's hard to know, because sometimes the friend teams kept people together because they're like, oh, well, we're buddies, let's stay a little longer. Win teams, the ones that are just looking for the win, looking for that big W, that actually might break up a little easier. It's like, well, we didn't, so something didn't work.
Yeah.
They do have, they do have a 4-man roster, I believe. They do have a sub that might work a little better, might work a little worse.
And plus, it's a new team because they had that big roster shuffle just last month with the RLC Pro League. So maybe they're like, this is a building block. We didn't make it this time, but let's work on it and go into qualifier 2 that way.
And even though Weedham Girls kind of sank a bit and did end up in the losers bracket, they came right back. I mean, they had maybe like 1, maybe 2 kind of bad mistakes in that most of that match. They played really solid. There were some times they could have taken advantage a little bit more, but they took all the opportunities they needed, and I don't see them budging, at least, as far as rosters.
It's going to be intense. It's going to be intense. So now, folks, for those of you wondering, what's the next step here? We completed the North American qualifier. We completed the European qualifier. Now we move on to the group stages, where week 1 will take place May 7th. It was there. You were the group stages. North American group stages will take place May 7th, EU May 8th. And then, of course, week 2 will be May 14th and May 15th. So for the next 2 weekends, and just an FYI, this all feeds into a online final. There is going to be a lot of Rocket League here, folks. So you'll be seeing top-tier Rocket League competition played on this channel, twitch.tv/Rocket League. So you're going to want to make sure that you give it the hot follow so that this way you're always up to date. Of course, you can follow Rocket League on Twitter @Rocket League and the Rocket League Championship Series on Twitter @RLCS to get updates on when matches are coming on, the hype moments, all the crazy stuff, because there was just so many crazy moments here today, guys. It was sick. Guys, thank you so much, though, for welcoming me into your community. It's been an absolute blast. And yeah, I mean, I guess my sign off here real quick, for all the commentators and everyone who has been involved, everyone's done just such a splendid job. And I just want to say, repeating what I said before, I've commentated hundreds and hundreds of games. I've done events all across the world. I have casted so many games. It's unbelievable. I know this sounds a little egotistical here, but that's not what I'm trying to get at. What I'm trying to get at is this was truly something special. This was incredible. You guys made it special. Psyonix made it special. And of course, you guys at home, you all made it special. So thank you so much for supporting competitive Rocket League, because there will be plenty more to come. That's going to do it for us here for our coverage of the European qualifier. Of course, teams are still fighting to get their spot in there. You can probably catch their individual streams or just watch your favorite broadcaster on the Rocket League directory right here on Twitch. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. Good game, nice shot, and we'll see you next time.